Welcome back to Laid Back Farm. We're going to be making cornbread today. I've turned on the oven already at 500 degrees. It's been preheating. You've got to preheat the oven to cook cornbread, to cook biscuits, to cook most anything. You've got to preheat the oven, so it's preheating. I have the same thing as pound spray, but it's the store brand, which is much cheaper and does the same job as pound spray. I'm going to be spraying my frying pan with pound spray to keep it from sticking. It probably would not stick anyway in this pan. This pan is about 54 years old and nothing sticks to it much, but I just want to make sure, so I've sprayed it with pound spray. I'm going to put my meal into the bowl to get ready to make my cornbread. And I'm not doing measurements, that might be a good idea, but I'm going to go ahead and turn on this pan here to get it hot, so when I put my cornmeal mixture in there, it will sear it and make a nice crust on the bottom of the cornbread. I'm going to use partly Crisco in it and part bacon grease. This is from where I fried bacon and had the grease saved from frying the bacon, and it gives the cornbread a really good taste. I have an egg. You don't always have to use an egg, but it does add a richness to it that's really good. I have some buttermilk in, and I'll be mixing it to see how much more buttermilk I might need. I definitely do need some more. I don't want it to be dry. It actually needs to be a little over moist to give it a tenderness when it gets done. So I need a little bit more buttermilk. Just put it in until it is very moist. Mix in well so that there's no dry meal left in it. And every time I turn it over, I am seeing some more dry meal, so this is what I need to be doing to make sure it's mixed well. A couple more times with that to make sure I've got all the dry from underneath. Checking my frying pan, it will begin to smoke, and that's about the time that it's ready. Just as it begins to smoke, you want it that hot to put the cornbread mixture in and let it make a crust, a nice brown crust on the bottom. So I'm ready to put this in here now, and it is pretty hot. You can hear the sizzle of it, and that's a good thing. I will turn it off. And we'll be putting it in the oven. And it should not take it long at 500 degrees. So we will wait for this to cook. All right, the cornbread is done now. I'm going to take it out, put it on a cake cooling rack. And when you do that, it turns out nicely when you use the pound spray. Very smooth finish. And then I put it here because it fits exactly so the air can circulate, and if you turn it out on a plate immediately, the bottom side gets soggy and doesn't stay crisp. This works if you don't have this, and you may not. You can use a bowl or a pan and put the rack on the bowl or pan and let it sit there till it cools or nearly cools, and then put it on your plate and it'll be crisp. The cornbread was in the oven for about 15 minutes to get it brown and cooked throughout. The measurements that I used are available on my blog if you want to go there and find out how much meal, how much buttermilk and shortening that I used. We have an official taste tester here. I'm going to slice Granddaddy a piece of bread, and he puts it in a glass, and he calls it a,
What kind of diet am I on?
oh, diet. Okay.
Little bitty piece about the size of your thumbnail, and then she busted that all to pieces.
Well, all right, that's yours.
Anyway, my mama used to say that I'd rather have Betty Jane's cornbread than anybody else's cake, and it is good. All right, I'm gonna make me a poor boy's milkshake,
Which is
buttermilk and cornbread, and the one thing be better would be a big slice of Idaho onion, but there's not any this time of year shake.
That's true.
Well, and you get it all over the counter too while you're at it. It's hot.
I see the steam.
I kind of made a mess.
Do you have to use a long handled spoon?
Well, if you got a deep glass, you do.
Heaven,